Like that, we play Foxtails. Kissima in it. Never alone. So we're gonna apply this. Cultural insights. Living people, living culture. This is based on real people in the Arctic. First video game to do this. And as we go through here, we unlock more of these. Thousands are one of the most formidable environments on Earth, the Inupiaq. Okay, I guess we're supposed to watch this. Still gonna let us broadcast, okay.
One of the things I think a lot of people need to understand is we aren't a museum piece. The Inupiaq people are a living people and a living culture. Even though we're in northern Alaska, which covers this vast area from Nome all the way over the Canadian border, is that there's this extreme value of interconnectedness and interdependence.
It's a hunting society, a gathering society from thousands of years.
This is what creates our culture.
That special relationship between humans and the natural world and the animals, and that it teaches you how to have a society that doesn't do too much harm to the world.
Love and respect for nature, for one another, for our elders. Very, very fundamental value, key to life.
Our values
Comes down to the snow, amazing.
The importance of sharing with one another, the importance of spirituality, and the connection to the land, our traditions, how we hunt, sharing of stories and songs and dances.
I'm Inupiaq. I'm from the Arctic Ocean.
Inupiaq Nunu. I am Inupiaq.
It's very important to me. It's who I am as a person.
And we're very proud of who we are, and we want to continue that.
And then would it be really nice to hear a story, and then we'll get into the game.
It'd be busy, busy, busy all through the day. You get up and you just go right to work, you know, right to work.
There was always something to do. There was never any idle time. The only idle time we had was after we eat and before we go to bed.
One of the older people would be relaxing, laying down there and saying, you know, it'd be really nice to hear a story. And then just organically,
like how they
someone
use,
would just
like,
start telling the story.
The footage from actual
Storytelling
footage.
for the Inupiaq people is very important because it not only created that sense of community, but is a way to pass on wisdom to the next generation.
It was like TV, you know? It was just like, it was as good as anything, any movie you've ever seen. And the storyteller told it so clearly that it was just as powerful as any of the greatest movie blockbusters you've ever seen.
There was a reason behind the stories that we were told because they held traditional knowledge. They held things that we might need to know in life, whether it was about how to find food or how to survive, or it was about well-being and the importance of connecting with people and being a good member of the community.
We all do stories. We all live in stories. We all tell stories to our friends. And they need to be told. They need to be heard.
We are gonna play the game now.
Inupiaq teaqsiikpin. Taalaanilaqannasuk Inupiaq tuaq qaavi.
Nazuk when I was very young.
Niveaqsiaqarualugu.
This said that the girl lived with her family
Ayuqaagamini. Sumiteemma.
in a place far from here.
Niveaqsiaqarualuqaamunni.
The girl loved to hunt,
Aasiisuraqallabluni.
and I grew capable of doing many things that couldn't take it on a board, apparently. It's a nice shot, actually.
Inuneahuting.
One day a powerful blizzard approached. Was followed by another blizzard. And another. And we were done. The villagers no longer able to hunt and face starvation. But the girl wondered, what is causing the weather to be like this? And she set out to find the source of the blizzard. Watch Scrimshaw.
So scrimshaw is this really beautiful method of art that's done either on baleen or ivory, and traditionally it was used to tell stories.
Each etching is telling a story of some event taking place. This is what was going on. War began around this time, and so it sort of gives you a timeline.
Speaking of images from the
history.
game, we just saw this.
An elder or the person who carved it would literally be able to read the scrimshaw story.
They're like reading a book, in a way.
A lot of the storytelling traditions would be things that after the storytelling was done, we'd just rely on the next person telling it. And so scrimshaw is a very important way for Alaskan Native people to record their history.
Interesting. Oh shoot. Go back to game here. I wonder if this, hopefully this automatically saves. I haven't seen anything that was say it does, but the blizzard was unrelenting. And the girl did I make it for? On her face. Felt positive. But she found herself in real danger. Guess here comes a bell. Yeah, polo bell. Run. Okay. I'm running. That polo bell's just walking. Jump. Oh shoot. I'm glad I just... You better book it, girl. Press the second show to join this Fox. Press the switch to Fox in single player mode. I don't think I have a choice here. Second one plugged in, so I'm gonna go backwards here. That what I was supposed to do, apparently. She would have died had she been alone. Oh my, she was lucky to be alive. Yes, she was. And what am I supposed to do here? Go. The weather did not clear up as a blizzard, was followed by yet another blizzard. Robert Cleveland, Nassau, achieving a lot. Close call. Fox saved NUNA from a dangerous predator. Okay. I'm gonna assume that we can... Oh, no. Okay, we gotta keep going here. Oh, NUNA! Just want to check something quick. I gotta see. Game mode. What is game mode? Oh, single player co-op. Okay. No, I want. Thank you. I'm just curious if this actually won any awards. Got 67 out of 100. Never Alone, also known as Kisama Inupiaq I Am Not Alone, is a puzzle platform adventure video game by Upper One Games based on the traditional Inupiaq tale. And it tells the stories of the Black River people, so this is actually based on a book, a story from a book too. It spans 8 chapters. The game was the result of a partnership between the Cook Inlet Tribal Council and Eli Media. Produced by indigenous people. It's actually a couple years old. It's passed on November 19, 2014, so it's 3 years old. And then it was like it's on Wii U, the PC, and PlayStation 4 as well. Guess it didn't give really any. And then there was a expansion called it was released July 20th, 2015, so just 2 years old. Oh, that's cool. Do that again, girl. I kind of miss that. I was reading it. Oh, she's got crossing arms. She gonna do it. She was like, I think, with NUNA, like hugging NUNA. Yeah, NUNA scratching a flea. She's like, any day now. You can keep moving here. Oh, I guess not gonna do it. Okay, we have to watch Arctic Fox. This is number 4.
When I was growing up, my grandpa had a pet white fox. If you're a good friend with a fox, when there's danger abound, they try to keep you from getting into trouble. They pull tricks here and there, and Foxes are like spoiled little kids in a way. When you let her out, she'd go prancing out in the snow, jumping in the air. I know she was happy then. Come running at me and jump on my chest, knock me backwards, lick my face. And I try not to let it. So that was my memory of my grandpa's pet fox.
Tap A to climb wall. Oh, shoot. Climb rope. NUNA. Against wind. Okay, we're to watch another thing. Caribou skin clothing was the best.
Caribou was it provided for us in many ways.
Our clothing in those days was made of all caribou skin.
I grew up wearing caribou pants, mittens, caribou skin mattress, blankets.
Some people had boots that were made with wolf leggings, sealskin sole bottoms. Baleen was shaved to make insoles. They kept us quite dry and warm as well. But the caribou skin clothing was the best. We would get as many yearlings as we could for our outer clothing. And for a heavy winter, we would get caribou in February or March because the hair was the longest and the skin was the thickest, and we would use those for our winter gear. With that stuff on, you could sleep outside in 50 below and it wouldn't bother you a bit.
Well, dang. The girl understood. Probably the girl cannot swim. These spirits are among us. Being different, that fox. Veal to the gill. Just happy for those couples rule. Okay, what was I supposed to do? Oh. Yeah. And that fox whimpers as he watches you die. That's like... So I have to switch, that's what I had to do, switch characters too. Whoa, I freaking almost overjumped that sucker. Watch Sala has a soul. Okay. explains that this little sequence we just did.
Sila is the weather.
Oh, Sila.
It also means the atmosphere. Here's the NUNA, or the land. And it's anything from the land into the moon, the sun, the stars. That's Sila.
It's a very spiritual, and we have a relationship with Sila. Sila has a soul in the same way we do as people, in the same way animals do.
I think spirit helpers in and of themselves are really about how we're connected with things. And so it may be that there is a spirit helper that shows themselves as a bird to show you the way home, or it may be a spirit helper that actually decides to show themselves with the face and body of a man instead of their animal form. And so I think one of the things that's hard to understand is that it's not one way of seeing things, it's one way of knowing you're connected to everything.
We've always had that spirituality of everything around us.
It's the interaction you have with the air you breathe, the ocean that you gather resources from, the rivers from which you gather fish, the tundra from which you pick berries, the animals that give themselves. It's all of that.
Nice. So that should be something on National Geographic. Okay, we're gonna tag out here. Yo, it's your turn. L and A. Jump for more.
Go on,
Flask, kept each other. Out of so much trouble. Gee, I don't know how they did this. We get to a save point. It's good they found their way back home. Oh shoot, she's... The octopus is dead! I didn't realize I was controlling the fox. Yo, the fox is over now. Go. I blew right. I blew right into the water. It's like I'm waiting for. Yeah. Whoa. Tundra Export. You found all cultural insights in the tundra. Thanks for telling me. We'll watch the trapping trail.
In the winter, when we were traveling, we didn't build sod houses, we built snow houses. In Canada, they call them igloo, but here in Alaska, we call them apuiaq. We'd do a day of travel, and then we'd make a apuiaq. The next day, my father would set traps, spend the day there, rest the dogs, give them something to eat, and then the following day, we continue to the next place. We'd go to my dad's sister, who had a house at Inupiaq. They had a small sod house over there. We didn't have to do anything. We just visit with them, and my dad and my sister were glad to see each other, and they'd talk away while us kids played outside or go to sleep. By the time we get back to our home, my father or with my grandmother, and then he'd start on his trips and go check his trap line. We were not into 8 to 5 kind of time, you know. We're in a total different kind. We're in ecological time.
Okay, we're back here. I want to keep going, and it's not gonna let me. This way. Skip to get the platform. I was like, I wonder where the heck I went. If I can. We have a cutscene. As we go to the village, and it is a bad village destroyed. And watching any insights we may have, we unlocked an achievement called Homecoming. NUNA safely returned to a village. Yeah, and then we'll see what it looks like next time on Pablo Plays. Thank you for watching the stream on YouTube or your device of choice. Interesting game, definitely will continue. So, see you then.